Hello everyone, and welcome to our weather update on February 20th, 2026. So currently we have rain clearing the country, followed by showers, followed by more rain over the weekend. Yes, we are back to a classic westerly airflow. Right, so moving on to the data then. So we currently have rain clearing the east of the country, followed by these large showers in from the west. And they'll sweep across the country today, followed by more bright spells in the afternoon. And overnight, we'll see further rain pushing in from the west. Now, that is a warm front, so it will lead to a warm sector behind it. So, therefore, Saturday will be quite a mild, yes, but windy, overcast, misty, murky, and damp all day, with spells of rain driven in on quite a strong and gusty southwesterly airflow. Right, into Sunday. Sunday, brighter and drier in general, but still with showers packing in, especially over the north of the country. Best of the dry bright spells in the south. On Monday, further rain moves in, followed by more cloud, drizzle, and mild temperatures before it clears away to more showers into Wednesday. So again, this is just a breakthrough into classic winter westerly winds in Ireland. Lows to the north, highs to the south. Very changeable weather. So with that, it will be very mild. So today we have highs of about 10 or 11 Celsius. A bit colder for parts of England as you're holding on to that cooler air we had this week. But very quickly through tonight and tomorrow, well, all areas will be very mild, with highs of about 10 to 13 Celsius. A bit cold for Scotland, but still that's much milder than of late. Sunday then, a bit cooler for some areas in a more westerly airflow rather than southwesterly, but still really mild, especially for more southern areas. Monday, again, frost-free morning, followed by a mild day, highs in the double figures for most areas away from, say, Wales, Scotland, Northern England. Is still mild anyway. Tuesday, very frost-free. Tuesday afternoon, about 9 to 12. And the same goes for Wednesday. So, yeah, back to typical pattern. Winter's ending on quite a mundane note, I'd say. Kind of boring. Just changeable and settled. Nothing out of the ordinary going on. So, yeah, this chart won't change that much for the whole of the video. So currently Friday, low pressure out to our west and north, high pressure down towards Iberia and the Azores. That's the Azores high, it's back in place, and basically the high pressure and low pressure stay in the same location pretty much through the whole of the run. Yeah, maybe towards March the jet stream goes south again to allow more low pressure over the country, but still, even if we do see a slight deviation to the pattern, it is still westerly, and again we're back to that same old pattern quite quickly after that anyway. Yeah, so just westerly winds rule the roost. Here is the ECM. ECM, once again, high pressure towards the south, low out to the west and north. And that doesn't change into tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a bit different. We've got more of a southerly winds as this area of low pressure stores to the west. Some slightly higher pressure to the east, but still we're mild, wet, and windy. And Thursday, yeah, mild, wet, windy. Same for Friday, Saturday, a bit cooler by Saturday. Next Sunday, well, yeah, but it's still bit cooler, quite showery, and then we just go into more wet and windy weather with possibly a more northwesterly influence there, but that's just a really slight change in the overall scheme of things. Right, so here's the UKV. So again, today, tomorrow, roughly the same. So showers, some sunshine, warm sectors, areas of rain, all that lot driven in on that strong and gusty, long fetch southwesterly airflow. that stays the same into Monday, Tuesday. Again, slight pressure rise to our northeast by Tuesday, starting to block that lower bit, but really that comes to nothing, as we do have a deep polar vortex over Greenland shown by those purples. So yes, that high won't last long at all against that. And by next Friday, we're into quite a chilly, showery, northwesterly airflow, bringing in actually some quite cold air from northwest. But that will be temporary. If it comes off, probably only lasting about 1 day or two. GEM. So again with the GEM, southwesterly winds today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday. That pressure doesn't rise as much to our northeast. And yeah, it just stays really, really westerly. A bit cooler again for Friday. Going much milder again by the start of March. Icon, same old story, I think. So let's see how it goes. Again, long fetch southwesterly airflow, and bouts of rain, showers, murky, misty days. But at least this is different from the pattern that we got trapped with for so long through the winter, where we had, of course, strong blocking to our north and northeast, and that just kept the lows trapped over the country. They couldn't get through, so that meant rain constantly overcast skies. That was pretty horrible. But at least with this, we will see some sunshine between the bands of rain, and the arpege rounds it all off with, again, a long fetch southwesterly airflow. Probably the mildest, we're bringing up the plus 10 Celsius isotherm there, so the mildest spell of the winter so far is quite likely as we go into the end of February. So everyone, thanks for watching. I'll see you. Bye for now.